Hey guys, and welcome back to your guide for collecting all 49 cans in Stellar Blade. This video, you actually get a bonus can because there's two easy ones side by side. I'm not sure if I straight up missed these my first run through Zion or if they just weren't available for one reason or another, but at the very least, they are available once you get access to the Great Desert area, not to be confused with the Wastelands. They are simply in northern Zion, one is on the ground right outside the fish market, the other is just east of there in a fizz machine. Now, let's go back to Eos. You'll get a side quest that'll let you unflood the flooded mall area at one point. Once you do that, there's a few new cans available. There's no map in this area, not that I would have remembered to open it, but the verse is in this little corner store right next to the rope you open up about halfway down. You can get a pretty good view of it here in this video. The second is in a fizz machine against the far wall, a little lower down. It's easy to spot, thankfully. From here, back in the Wastelands, there's a giant hole in the far eastern side of the map you can descend. You'll get a side quest to come here, but be sure to do that. As you descend, you step onto this little side room and grab the easy can. Now, we want to head to the big ship with a locked container that you'll get a bulletin board quest for on the far side on the far east side of the Wastelands. I want to save you some headaches on this quest because this is one of the few the game doesn't give you any information on. There are 3 shines hidden in the Great Desert and 2 in the Wastelands. You'll need to find all 5 to give you the ability to unlock that shipping container. But that's not why we're here. There's also a can just laying on the ground outside of the ship for the taking. From the ship, you can kind of head straight west. You'll see a camp or two, but you'll also find a sphere on the ground. This is an environmental puzzle. You'll have to push the balls onto the buttons. The second ball is pretty well hidden in a corner shadow not far from here. Push it all the way to the puzzle, and you can attack it if you want to give it a bit more speed, and the can is yours. There are several more cans in this area. The next one I found was in a box. When you open it, a target will fly out. You have to chase it down 3 or 4 times and shoot it. The final shot will make it drop its treasure, your 17th can, if you're following along with me. Not too far from there, if you look up while running through these canyons, you may have noticed some swing swong sticks. You can get to them from this outcropping that's not super easy to see, but once you get up there, it's a swinging slash platforming test to get your next can. Don't miss the Angel Corpse here also for a boost max in BP node. Lastly, for the Wastelands for now, you probably noticed this yellow box you can push around. It's for getting on top of this billboard here, which houses a box containing a can. You absolutely need double jump for this. The last can for this episode is in a dungeon past the Wastelands on your way to the second alpha. It's in a mini boss room with a train you can kind of spin around and turn. It's just sitting on the ground, but without access to a map and such, you might overlook it. As honestly, I didn't expect cans to be in this dungeon, so that's a thing. And there you go, 11 more cans. If you're seeing them as I put them up, I'm currently at 28 cans, so the next video shouldn't take too long. Keep in mind that I'm looking for these as I go and putting the videos up, so I may have missed some. If so, I'll show more in the future. As always, thanks for watching. Likes, comments, subscriptions, all that good stuff helps out a bunch. And feel free to check out my new show on the channel called Full Mana Podcast, or Full Mana Journalist Podcast, as well as my other new show, Viral Retrospective, where I'm covering past retro games and just seeing where they are and where they were. It's a fun time. But until the next one, deuces, dummies.